All right, y'all. So big news out of Alabama. Look like it's pretty much a foregone conclusion. Kalen DeBoer is going to be their new head coach. Kind of made sense, especially after the marquee coaches that they had as targets already committed to their programs. Dan Landon said he's coming back. Wanted to finish what he started. You have Steve Sarkisian from Texas. Him staying, saying I'm fully committed to Texas. Maybe Mike Norvell was in that conversation as well. He re-signed an 8-year deal today as well with that program. I know there was some rumors around Dabo Sweeney, but it just makes sense for him to stay with Clemson. But this is official, so good thing for Bama is you're getting a pretty good head coach, I think, and Kalen DeBoer. He did come up a little bit short, but you got to think about this, guys, too. Washington doesn't have that same brand, that same stature that Alabama has. So obviously it's going to be tough for him. He's going to be in a whole new shadow now under Nick Saban, so it'll take some time. And Alabama, they're going to want to win pretty quickly. So all that is going to be very important and valuable for their program. But you got to think about this. He didn't have that stature of Alabama, as I just mentioned, right? So you're going to be able to say, hey, we're going to come here. Obviously, I'm a new coach, but you see what I've done. He already has the resume now, being at Washington, being successful, being in the national championship game, winning a Pac-12 championship. So it's not like he doesn't have the same qualifications. Definitely not the same qualifications of a Nick Saban, but it's not like he doesn't have qualifications to be successful at this job. So now it's going to be about how good is he at recruiting, what players will he be able to keep in. Already seen Isaiah Bond hit the transfer portal. Potentially heard rumors about Caleb Downs potentially hitting the portal as well. He's been linked to Ohio State, maybe even Georgia and other programs like that. But be interesting to see how quickly he can get this team up to snuff. Will they be competitive, next year? Will they be able to contend for a national title in that 12-team playoff now? How good will this Alabama program will be? And I think a good test for them early on in the season is you got to circle the date when they play Georgia. How good will they be? Can they match up with Georgia? Because Georgia's going to be ready to go. Lost to them last year. They knocked them out. Alabama did. They're going to come full throttle, ready to play, ready to beat Alabama. So that's going to be a good test to see where this Alabama program is. You might see more guys transfer out, but some guys were actually excited about this potential transfer. I seen Caleb Odom has said, let's get it, coach. So he's locked in, loaded. You are going to see some guys go out, but I think a lot of the players that want to be there is going to be there. Not saying that players don't, but obviously Nick Saban retiring has a lot to do with some of the players leaving. But I think they did get a pretty good guy at the helm. Waiting to see how he looks day one and how quickly Alabama can return to prominence.